Peachy! What is that? What are you eating? Why do you have this? Why do you have this? Hello? Excuse me? That's bad girl. Hey guys, welcome to video number 5. I'm super excited about this topic because it applies to both men and women of every age. So today we are going to talk about self-image. First, what is self-image? Self-image is the idea one has of one's abilities, appearance, and personality. The way you view yourself has a very strong impact on your happiness. Not only does it have an impact on your happiness, but the outlook you have on life affects all the people that you surround yourself with. If you project a positive self-image, people will view you more as a positive, self-capable person.
But here's the thing, what you thought we had never lasted. It was good at first, but eventually I could see between all the cracks, yeah. You did everything you could to have me. You did your best to make me yours. If I knew how all of this would turn out, but nobody knew. And now
so what affects your self-image? There's a lot of things that can affect your self-image. Some people and like scientists think that other people affect your self-image a lot. So things that other people say to you or traumatic events that you've been through in your life. And then some people have proven that you are kind of born with a certain self-image, and having a negative self-image just puts you further into like a downward spiral of bad self-image. So really it's a combination of the two. So it's kind of what you're born with, how your mind already works, plus how you are affected by the people and events around you. So you know, if you have somebody your whole life tell you like you're ugly and you'll never be good enough to be on a beauty show, you know, like that gets embedded in your brain and it becomes part of your self-image where you do not think you're pretty and that you're not good enough. So what are we doing here? We don't just want to know what self-image is, we want to know how to improve it. So I'm going to give you guys a list of ways to improve your self-image. And just remember, the self-image goes for the way you view yourself, the abilities you have, your personality, as well as your appearance. So you can apply these tips to all three of those things.
and now we down to you, baby, you, baby. How can I say it so that you could understand? How can I tell you how stupid I felt? I can't believe that I thought we were in love when you were busy playing on my heartstrings. You did everything you could to have me. You did your best to make me yours. If I knew how all of this would turn.
First, we want to focus on positive self-talk. So this just goes with so many things in life. So you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't want to go to work today, this sucks, like I'm tired, I just want to sleep, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. That's already negative. So you want to get that out of the window and you want to be positive. Like, all right, the other morning I woke up and at first I started having those thoughts go into my brain and then I immediately wiped them out and I thought like this. You know what? I just woke up this morning. A lot of people didn't have that opportunity to wake up, so I'm going to make the best out of this day. Positive self-talk. Next, I've talked about this before and I'm going to talk about it again, and that should show you how important this is. Do not compare yourself to others. Every time we compare ourselves to others, it brings us down. So the other day I got down on myself because, other people will be in a cut for 2 months and in 2 months they get like super shredded, right? And I'm like, dang, like I wish that I got shredded fast like that. But I am not those other people. I am myself. I am different, and my body is going to react different. So I need to not compare myself. Even without fitness, so at a job, don't compare yourself to other people's work because it's only going to bring negative thoughts into your mind. You focus on yourself and only yourself. Next part to help your self-image is to exercise, because this could be a whole video by itself on why exercise is important, but we all know that it's science. You release hormones and you feel good. You get those little feel-good vibes going on when you exercise, and it really, really does help with your self-image, especially if part of your self-image problems are the way your body looks, because if you exercise, then you'll start to like the way your body looks more, your self-image will improve, all that good stuff. Super important one, guys. Do not strive for perfection. Perfection is impossible. So if you're always striving for perfection, it can't happen, so you're always going to be let down. You need to just strive. I talked before about having goals, and if you haven't watched that video, I really urge you to, because you'll understand more about what I'm talking about. But as you set certain goals, and you start making those goals, you'll be so much happier and your self-image will improve so much. But if you just strive for perfection, you're never going to reach it, and then are you ever truly going to be happy?
It's a rainy night, coming late out of the dojo. No lights, dark out on the parking lot. Looking for my car, thought I left it here before. Get a feeling that something ain't right. Moving shadows, hear the sound of 2 feet. See my car, where my keys, kinda getting spooky. Oh God, now it's coming from behind. My cell is gone dead as I slowly turn around. And suddenly monsters all around me. All I see, 100 ninja zombies. Suddenly monsters all around.
This one is great. Do not beat yourself up over a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes all the time. It's inevitable. Mistakes at work, mistakes in relationships, mistakes everywhere. So if you make a mistake, all right, cool, you made a mistake, move on with your day. Say you make a mistake at work, it's not a big deal. You just find it in yourself. Maybe you made a mistake and your boss recognized it, something like, hey sir, ma'am, like, I recognize that, like, I did this, and you know, like, I did it because of this reason, and I'm going to work on making sure it doesn't happen again, or that I improve whatever I did wrong. Move on from it. Everyone makes mistakes.
They don't know I'm swinging like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee. My heart's beating fast now, I'm about to pass out. Suddenly my brain's letting go and I laugh out loud as my elbows crash into an eyebrow. Thinking what the hell, I'm gonna make it somehow. Run into a closed liquor store, break the window, grab a bottle of gin, take a swig. Oh no, stepping on a slimy lump, and no, they're lurking in the shadows.
Alright, next tip is to focus on things you can change. Don't dwell on things that already happened or that you can't change. You can only focus on things that you can change. So, you know, say you're in school and you have a C in a class, and you know that you need an A to get into a graduate program. I'm actually in this situation now. I gotta get my GPA up so I can get into graduate programs. So am I gonna sit here and dwell and be upset that, like, yeah, in previous classes I've gotten C's, or that one year I failed a class and it brought down my GPA, and oh my goodness, now I'm in this situation where I have to get my GPA up a couple points in order to get to graduate school? That makes you crazy, and look how my brain just went, and you can get so upset and overworked and worked up about it. So I need to focus on what I can change. So what can I change in this situation? I can change everything from here on out. So in my next class, I'm going to work really hard to get a better grade. Okay, so this tip may sound silly, but a lot of people forget about it. You need to do stuff you enjoy. People get so wrapped up in life that they forget to do activities or do things that they like. Do reading books make you happy? Take the time to read a book. Everyone's like, I don't have time, I don't have time. You have time. You can make time. You sit on social media and you scroll for 30, 45 minutes just doing nothing. You could have used 20 of those minutes to sit down and read a book that you enjoy. Do you like golfing? Get out a calendar and, alright, on this day of this month, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to go golfing with my boys. Stuff like that. Don't forget to do things you enjoy. Doing things you enjoy will make you happy and give you better self-image.
Suddenly, monsters all around me. All I see, 100 ninja zombies. Suddenly, monsters.
Alright, next one. This also goes hand in hand with having goals. You need to learn to celebrate the small stuff. So, maybe you didn't get a big promotion, but maybe you finally understood a certain aspect of work and it all makes sense now, and you finally wrapped up like your first session of whatever it was at work. Celebrate that. Alright, maybe you didn't lose your 20 pounds of fat by this date that you had set your goal to. Okay, but did you run 10 more minutes than you were able to a month ago? That's still like a goal. You should celebrate the small stuff. It doesn't always have to be huge, like, oh my goodness, I just got a promotion to CEO of the company, let's have a party. No, learn how to celebrate the small stuff. Alright, this one is super special. Be considerate and helpful. Why would being considerate and helpful help your self-image, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. So, being helpful and being nice to other people make you step away from yourself and put yourself into somebody else. So maybe you're not the greatest at writing essays, but somebody needs some help and you know a little bit, so you take your time and you help them. And then at the end of it, they're so thankful that you helped them. And then what does that do for you? That makes you feel proud of yourself and happy that you were able to step away from yourself and help someone else.
They don't know when I'm swinging like suddenly, monsters all around me.
Alright, and finally, surround yourself with supportive people. So this sounds so simple, but it's not followed at all by so many people that have negative self-image and that don't feel happy with themselves or in their lives. It's because the people in their lives are negative. They're either in abusive relationships, and not just physical but emotional, where the other person puts them down all the time and does not support them. A lot of people have friends that don't support them, but they remain friends with them because they've been we've been friends since we were 5, that's just how she is, or that's just how he is. No, that's not a good reason. If they don't support you and your goals in life, you don't need them around. I'm not saying that you gotta never talk to them again, but maybe you just push them into that area where they're just an acquaintance now, like, hey, how you doing? Cool. You don't have to share your life with them because they're not supporting what you want to do in your life.
You're my music, but you tear me to pieces. So where does it come from? See